Claressa Shields just slammed that panic button like the world was ending. She's calling a full-blown emergency over every single content creator who dares to mention her name. What's going on here? Since when did having an opinion become a crime? The internet's in shock, scrolling and shaking its head in disbelief. But hold up, let's really talk about this. Claressa, people have come at you before and somehow they always seem to disappear right after. Strange, right? You'd think by now she'd know storms like this don't last forever. It's wild trying to figure out who's in her ear right now, hyping her up like she's in a movie. Maybe it's that crisis manager she keeps on speed dial, the same one folks claim used to hang around Antonio Gates. If that's really her so-called strategist, girl, you might want to double-check that playbook before this turns into a bigger mess. I'm not gonna lie, this is new territory even for me. I've seen drama, chaos, scandals, you name it. But Claressa, she's not exactly built for that kind of non-stop pressure. She keeps talking about silencing creators, but the funny part is she's acting like she wants to be one herself. It's like boxing isn't enough anymore. She wants the spotlight, the clicks, the control. Let's keep it real. Claressa Shields wants that influencer money, those flashy $50,000 creator checks, the brand deals, the cameras flashing. Yeah, that's the new goal. Every single day she's hopping online doing wild dances and random skits to get people stopping mid-stroll like, wait, what's going on here? It's giving full influencer energy, not champion athlete vibes. But let's get back to this whole video drama, because this part actually matters. The First Amendment is there for a reason. It protects people's right to speak, react, and share opinions, especially when you were the one putting your whole life online for everyone to see. Claressa, you said you wanted buzz, fame, and all that spotlight energy. Well, congratulations. This is what it looks like when it finally hits. You post it, people talk about it. That's literally how the internet works. You can't rage at the mirror when it's just showing what you've already put out there. The reflection might sting, but that's not on the audience. That's all you. And now your whole family's online cursing, arguing, and putting private business on blast like it's the next big reality show. It's messy, chaotic, and honestly, it's giving more views than fights ever could. Claressa's been jumping from one man to the next, like with Tony, dropping clips to keep the internet buzzing non-stop. Nobody made her post those videos, they came straight from her own pages. She's out here posting polls about who cooks better, which kid's the favorite, pulling everyone into a personal drama like it's some kind of interactive show. And now somehow, Pap got dragged right into the chaos too. You can literally see the frustration on his face. Upstairs, quiet, trying to stay out the mess. His body language says it all. He's clearly done with the nonsense, but the drama keeps knocking at his door like it refuses to leave. It's wild to see because this isn't how Pap used to move back when he was with Remy. Back then, he wasn't chasing cameras or craving the spotlight. He stayed solid, grounded, private. Now the whole vibe feels switched up. Claressa's out here craving that influencer glow, those viral moments, the millions of views. But the second someone doesn't clap for her or drops a critique, boom, she loses it. She only wants praise, no pushback. But that's not how fame works. Nobody's here to sugarcoat just to keep you happy. Not a single tough question made it. Everything was sweetened, softened, and carefully wrapped, and that's not real life. You don't get to mute the entire internet just because the truth makes you uncomfortable. Now you're out here flagging pages and trying to shut down channels simply because they don't clap for you. Be serious. That's not confidence, that's insecurity, wearing a power costume. And what's even crazier is you walking around with married men like the world suddenly forgot that Papoose is still married. Why do you think Pap stays quiet? Why do you think Remy Ma stays quiet? Because they don't need this chaos. They move in silence, not on live streams. Every time Pap goes back to New York to see his daughter, you hop online acting like it's some kind of betrayal. You react just like his sister, the same behavior you criticize her for. You say she craves attention, yet the moment you feel ignored, you do the exact same thing. It's like Claressa Shields is stuck in a never-ending loop. Same story, same drama, different day. She says this lifestyle is what she wanted, but has she ever really stopped and asked if it's worth all the chaos that comes with it? Because let's be real, this is exactly the price of fame. Claressa, you wanted the attention, the buzz, the spotlight, and now you got it. Especially with platforms like mine. You knew eyes were gonna be on you the second you stepped into that digital arena. You said you wanted to go viral, to have everyone saying your name every single day, right? But now it seems like that's only fun when the talk is sweet and flattering. The second someone points out the parts that don't shine so bright, suddenly is a problem. You only want praise, soft takes, but that's not how reality works. Nobody's here to sugarcoat just to keep you happy.
And honestly, there's nothing empowering about hanging around with a married man who isn't yours. That's messy, plain and simple. Find your own lane, your own piece, your own partner. Tony wasn't your man either, and the whole world saw how that story unfolded. You knew exactly what was happening, so don't act brand new now that people are calling it out. If your plan is to start striking channels and taking down pages for showing your messy side, then do it. But just know, that move won't silence the truth. It'll only make people talk louder. Claressa, no matter how hard you try, you're not stopping anything. People will just switch platforms and keep talking. Rumble, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. The conversation doesn't end, it just moves. That's the internet's superpower. But here's where it really gets bold. You jumping online like you're the judge, jury, and executioner acting untouchable. Come on, Claressa Shields, that energy's wild. You're not above the same people who lifted you up in the first place. You came from Flint, fighting your way through a sport that was still trying to find its space, and that deserves respect, no question. But don't twist the story now. You didn't build women's boxing alone, and you're definitely not the only star holding it down. And this GWAT title, Greatest Woman of All Time, maybe slow it down just a bit. Real legends don't need to scream it every day. Their work speaks louder than any caption ever could. A real champion doesn't just demand respect, she earns it through how she carries herself, in and out the ring. If you truly want that crown, you gotta move like it, not just post like it. And listen, no shade to Pap, but let's be real. You out here standing next to someone else's husband, a man who wasn't even making public noise before all this. Now everyone's watching and the spotlight feels hotter than ever. Let's be real. The only reason Pap's name is trending right now is because of you, Claressa. And here's the wild twist. The only reason you're still trending is because of Remy Ma. Facts are facts, no sugarcoating. Pap definitely took a step down, no debate there. Maybe you upgraded from Tony, but when it comes to Pap, he downgraded, plain and simple. And before anyone tries to argue, let's get one thing straight. Remy Ma is a certified legend. Remy's got real cultural weight, millions of loyal followers, and a legacy that don't need flashy gimmicks. When Remy Ma steps out, the room just shifts. She moves with power, confidence, and effortless style. That's real star energy. Meanwhile, Claressa's still out here chasing likes, comments, and online validation like it's the missing piece to something deeper. You can see it in how she posts, how she talks. It's like she's trying to prove she belongs in a world that still feels borrowed. She came up from Flint, Michigan, no denying that grind. A tough background, a real fighter story, and people respected her for it. But somewhere along the line, she started drifting away from what made her authentic. Now it's all about luxury cars, big checks, and bragging about signing bonuses. Talking about $8 million sitting in the bank when the math ain't quite mathing. The flex looks good online, but the truth behind it, that's what's got everyone whispering. And here's the moment that completely cracked the polished image. When Claressa Shields showed up at that press conference for the fight with Cruz, the mask finally slipped. People saw straight through the act. The attitude, the forced smiles, that shaky I've got it all together energy, it all screamed like someone trying too hard to sell a fantasy. If you truly had it like that, you wouldn't need to prove it every time a camera light blinks on. Then came the bombshell. Claressa herself admitted during that same press event that she only got $2 million, not the $8 million she'd been flexing online. That moment hit hard. But right after, her super loyal fans rushed the comments trying to spin the story, saying, "Oh, she'll get the rest later." Come on now, stop it. Claressa clearly says she only got 2 at that point, not 8. The story keeps changing, and the internet's not dumb. People are noticing every inconsistency. Here's the truth of it all. I could boost your name, Claressa Shields. I could help you hit that next level you're clearly chasing, but not if it means risking my own credibility. I'm not gonna play myself just to feed your ego. You do your work inside that ring, prove who you are with your gloves, and I'll keep doing mine right here behind the mic. Because hype fades, but honesty lasts, and that's what people remember. Different lanes, different grinds. You throw punches for a living, and I build stories for mine. So why are you trying to shut down content creators who are literally just reacting to what you post yourself? You're a public figure, Claressa. People are gonna talk. It comes with the fame. If you don't like the conversations people are having, then switch up the narrative you're putting out there. That's what real control looks like, not trying to silence the internet every time it talks back.
And let's be clear, this isn't hate, it's facts. You're a boxer who's got serious skills, no doubt, but your knockout record, it doesn't hit like it should. You've got technique, but that raw, jaw-dropping power fans expect from a top-tier champ, it's missing. You're not sitting on Layla Ali's level, not matching Alicia Baumgartner's fire, and everyone sees how you keep sidestepping Sheila Green like that matchup's off limits. That's not dominance, that's dodging. Instead, you're cherry-picking fights with boxers who barely have a following, trying to make easy wins look like legendary moments. Come on, Claressa, you can't shout about greatness if you're avoiding anyone who could truly test you. Meanwhile, Cruz is out here posting with just a few comments per video, while you're supposed to be the face of a major promotional deal. But the energy? It's giving budget vibes. The branding's loud, but the impact? Still whispering. Claressa Shields might have signed with Salida Promotions, but from the outside looking in, it's a mess. They can't even keep her name trending for the right reasons. It's like they're doing everything except promoting her actual boxing career. And let's talk about this so-called record label she's linked to. Nobody even knew it existed until her name popped up next to it. Out of nowhere, this label appears, trying to look official, but there's no real push, no strong machine working behind the scenes. It's giving DIY management energy, not superstar treatment. For someone calling herself the GWOAT, that's embarrassing. Your team should be elevating your brand, not leaving you scrambling for clicks and clout. Promotions are supposed to build legacies, not make the fighter look like they're hustling for their own exposure. You can collect every belt in the world, but if your marketing squad can't keep up, all that glory fades fast. It's wasted potential sitting right in plain sight. Claressa Shields should be headlining arenas, trending for knockouts, and dominating headlines for her wins, not for internet drama that overshadows her skills. The spotlight she's fighting for is turning into a storm cloud because of all this noise. And creators online, they're walking on eggshells because anyone who even mentions Claressa's name risks getting hit with takedowns or shade. She's treating criticism like it's a personal attack, when really, it's just people reacting to what she puts out there. You might want to back up your pages real quick just to keep your content safe, because once the flagging starts, it's officially game on. Word floating around the internet says Claressa Shields just linked up with that one loud guy who used to drag her every chance he got it, then suddenly flipped the script and became her biggest cheerleader. Yeah, the same dude who was infamous for flagging channels back in the day. If the rumors are true, it looks like he's now teaming up with Claressa to go after creators who talk about her. And that's messy business. It's sloppy, it's petty, and it's exactly the kind of online chaos that keeps everyone glued to their screens. The story keeps twisting with every new post, and honestly, this whole situation with Claressa Shields gets more unhinged by the day. She's not just trending for boxing anymore, she's trending for the drama that never seems to cool off. And trust me, this saga isn't slowing down anytime soon. We're breaking it all down live. No filters, no sugarcoating, just straight talk. Every move Claressa makes adds another curve to the storyline, and at this point, people can't look away. So let's get into it. Drop your thoughts below because the comment section's about to blow up with opinions, theories, and receipts flying everywhere. We've got a live stream coming up soon, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. We're diving deep into the whole Claressa Shields saga, from shady alliances and flagging sprees to full-blown PR chaos and all the behind-the-scenes control moves she's trying to pull. If you've got opinions, screenshots, receipts, or just raw reactions, pull up to the live chat and drop them in. We're unpacking every piece step by step to figure out what's really going on behind the curtain. No spin, just real talk. And before we wrap this up, let me say this from the heart. I appreciate every single one of you who took the time to watch. Time's the one thing we can't ever get back, and the fact that you spent some of yours right here means everything. This community was built on honesty, on keeping things raw and unfiltered, even when the truth makes people uncomfortable. And that's exactly what keeps the Skinny Gang solid. Real talk, real people, real opinions. That's the vibe, always. So before you slide out, do me a favor, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss the next drop. Share this video with your people, keep the combo alive, and jump into the comments because that's where the real debate goes down. Let's talk about it, loud, unfiltered, and unapologetic.